Hello everybody, welcome back to the channel, and today we have another Shadowverse Evolved gameplay video for you. On the top of the screen we have a regular Lewis piloting Mono, and on the bottom of the screen is me piloting Natura Sword still. I'm just really high on this deck right now. It looks like I went first and I started off with a Maid Leader and I passed. Maid Leader in certain matchups, playing it on one is incredibly safe, and Mono is one of them because they don't really have one-drop removal spells, so I will likely be able to evolve it on turn 2, which looks like that's exactly what happened here. So we evolve it on 2. I think I actually already have a Baleon, and I kind of look at and see if I want to search anything else that's not Baleon, but it's Baleon's Baleon, so I'm pretty sure we just end up taking it. But yeah, Maid Leader anyway. In certain matchups, you can just play it on 1, and it's very likely that it's going to live to the next turn. So then you can evolve it on turn 2 without having to worry about it being outed. The matchups that you would have to worry about it not living is probably like the Mirror, because Princess Strike exists. We swing 2 directly to Lewis. Probably maybe like Haven. I mean, maybe Forest if they happen to play like Elfchild May, but that's probably not, super common. Looks like Lewis plays Robo Goblin on turn 2, uses his Evo point and evolves it, so he's going to get a free Assembly Droid, and he's going to swing over the Maid Leader. So that is going to leave his Robo Goblin at 1 health. We are now on our turn 3, so cards that would be pretty good right now would be like Leod. Looks like we have a Lupine Axeman, so that's pretty okay too. So we're going to turn Lupine Axeman sideways. I forget to turn the tree sideways here. I'll remember in a second. But you turn itself and however many trees sideways, and then you can deal that much damage to an enemy follower equal to the number of trees turned, engaged, really. So we did 1 damage to the Robo Goblin, and we pass to Lewis, who's now on 3 play points. Again, apologize for the glare, guys. When I do these local videos, I'm really kind of like, I don't have a lot of options in terms of placement, so there's going to be glare sometimes, but so far it's not too bad. So that Assembly Droid can still hit directly here. I think what Lewis ends up doing here, I feel like he maybe plays the Amulet or something, but I'm not sure. Got a full grip of cards. He does have the Amulet, so maybe that is what he plays, or maybe he plays the Mecha Gun Wielder. But anyway, yeah, I'm going to be releasing a tier list soon, so look out for that, by the way. I'm really loving this format. I really want to share my opinions on what decks are, I feel are the best decks, which ones are the worst decks, and why I think everything belongs where it is. Looks like he added a Bone Drone to his hand, so I kind of thought he was going to play the Bone Drone and pass, but he has a double aim here, so that's going to be a really good way to out the Lupine Axeman. So he's going to move the Assembly Droid straight into the glare zone, and he's going to mill card. He's going to use an Evo point to deal 2 damage to the Lupine Axeman, but he's going to swing over it with the double aim. So the double aim is going to go to 3-1. The Assembly Droid is going to not attack, so I get to keep my health. Nice. We are likely going to go ahead and put the Baleon here, so we're going to get a tree. We're going to use our last play point to go ahead and check the top 4, so we're going to do what Alice could never do for me when I played Egg Haven, and that is hit good cards. Actually, I think these were not that great, but we'll see. I mean, I think 1 is a Princess Strike, so that's, it's good to have that in rotation, right? It's better to get it out of the way now. I think I actually hit 2 Princess Strikes, maybe. Yeah, I think there's 2 in there. I kind of think about well, do I want to? Because 2 in this matchup is not bad, right? Because you want to clear those Assembly Droids. You want to clear everything always if you can help it. So that way you can, to make sure the mono turn that inevitably will come is weak. But we get the Aether because I'm kind of anticipating. I think I have maybe a Viridian Magnet in my hand, so I think I'm anticipating having to use some trees, and I want to make sure that I'm not going to have any trouble using the double tree engage effect with the Miscelina. Even though I don't have a Miscelina, I'm pretty sure in this game I really struggle to find a Miscelina on time, so I have to do a lot of digging. So I think, especially with that in mind, I think I anticipate that I'm gonna start burning through some trees in this game, even though I really try not to. I really try not to rely on the trees to draw much of this matchup, because if I'm spending points to use the trees, that's points that I'm not playing cards that are meant to deal damage, right? So I really don't like to spend any points to burn the trees if I can help it. So it looks like Mecha Gun Wielder does come down, and he puts an assembly droid in his EX area. He's going to use the assembly droid to, oh, that was already on the field, to finish off the Baleon. Bone Drone comes out. I think that was all his points. Or no, I think he has maybe one play point left. But anyway, so we're on 5 play points now. I think there's only two Machina in the cemetery. So I think I was debating on if I clear nothing, is there a chance he can mono me? And then I guess I deduced that he can't. But it's still, it's still damage, right? I mean, in this kind of matchup, every little bit of damage can matter. So yeah, let's see what we do here. I actually don't really remember. I think. Like I said, I think I had another Baleon earlier, but I still searched the other one with a Maid Leader because it's Baleon. It's cards crazy. It's just a really, really, really great starter card. So we're gonna look at the top 4. It looks like we do hit a King's Might. I mean, that's just name a better duo, right? King's Might and Baleon. So we're also gonna get the Swift Tigress. So this is pretty good. I mean, obviously I'm hoping to hit a Miscelina, and we still didn't get it after having resolved 2 Baleon. So yeah, I'm getting a little bit ooh, I mean, it's got to be coming soon, right? So we're gonna turn 2 trees sideways to use the King's Might for 0 since Baleon's on the field. So we're gonna out the Bone Drone, and that is going to get a assembly droid out with Bone Drone's Last Words effect. We're going to use the Princess's Strike to out the assembly droid. Yeah, I mean, the droids are really good ones to out because, I mean, they do have an effect. Keep in mind, assembly droids can engage themselves and essentially destroy 3 Machina followers on your field to deal 5 damage to an enemy follower. So it does have an effect and could out my standing Baleon, but what I'm mostly concerned about is just it having too many followers on Lewis's field. And right now he still didn't have that many Machinas in the cemetery, so I was not anticipating getting hit with a mono. So looks like he plays Whispers of a Dream. That card is a 2-drop that outs Baleon and mills 1. Looks like he milled, I think that was a Mecha Wing Angel maybe. Well, he plays Mecha Wing Angel from his hand, gets in another assembly droid to the EX, swings directly with the Mecha Gun Wielder, and then he passes. How is he at 19? I have him at 19, it looks like, on my phone, so I'm gonna move that up to 19. Sorry guys, I mean, I'm sure somebody out there noticed immediately, and 8 minutes into the video now I finally catch it, so apologies. Desert Pathfinder comes out, so I'm obviously trying to get to that Miscelina. This is turn 6 now, so obviously I wish I would have had Miscelina right now instead, but we actually whiff off the Desert Pathfinder too, which is man, it just kind of puts salt in the wound, right? Because I really want these Miscelinas. If I have none right now, I kind of get obviously nervous. That's the next essential win condition. We are going to use the rest of our play points to out the Mecha Wing Angel, and this is going to leave our Viridia Magna at 0-1, and I'm actually cool with that. I actually don't care about the ward that much because I know that okay, if he does mono me right now, it is going to hurt for hit 10 damage essentially, but the what's it called, Viridia Magna staying up means it'll out another follower, and then of course that means the ward comes out, which means I'll heal another 2 damage. So it's gonna be it's good. I actually kind of prefer it like this rather than if it was a ward, because if you think about it, Lewis is gonna make a play here. He's going to bring out the, I think he discarded a mono with the Mecha Gun. Oh no, I think he uses it right here, right? I think he swings the Mecha Gun Wielder into the Viridia Magna. Yeah. So he's going to do that, and he's doing this because, and I know that glare in his cemetery is bad, but he's doing it so he can discard a mono to draw a card. And so now Viridian Magna will trigger, it'll summon itself and evolve itself, and then I will resolve the tree. So we're going to draw one and discard one. I don't have that many cards in my hand either, I believe. So we're going to discard another Aether. And so now at this point, I mean, all followers that Lewis is going to have on his board, even if they get the mono boost, they're not going to be able to storm me, except for obviously mono. So I'm fine with that, and also because, you know, I have Viridian Magna on the board, I'm going to heal 2, so it's really like the mono's doing 5 instead of 7. So he's going to go ahead and fill up his board using mono's effect to banish 2 Machina followers, bring up another assembly droid, use his last evolution point, and he's going to use his last 2 points after that to buff the board. So he's got a 7/6 mono and 4 3/3 assembly droids, excuse me. So he's going to crash 2 droids into the Viridian Magna. So I go up to 21, and then I'm going to go down to 14 after the mono swings directly. And so again, those assembly droids are still 3/3s. So at this point, I'm not feeling too bad because I know I have another Viridian Magna in my hand. And I think now we're on 7 play points. Again, Miss Selena would be great here because she Princess Strike while Miss Selena's on the board cleanly outs the mono, but we don't have it. We don't have it. So I don't remember, other than the Viridian Magna, I'm not really sure what we do. I think we have another Desert Pathfinder in our hand, so we go like Pathfinder, put a tree in the EX, and then search again. Or like look at the top 3 again, just trying to dig. And yeah, I think that's what we do, because yeah, so we're gonna play the Desert Pathfinder here. We're desperately trying to get to a Miss Selena. Obviously not for this turn, but for next turn. Almost forget my tree in the EX. So we do hit a Miss Selena finally, which is amazing. We have 5 play points left, so I believe what we're gonna end up doing is summon the Viridian Magna from our hand. Oh, actually no, we don't have that. So we're gonna turn 2 of the tree sideways to use King's Might for 1 play point to out one of the assembly droids, and then we will use Viridian Magna to out another assembly droid. So now he only has 1 assembly droid up, and so, you know, we're at 14. So if he does pull off another mono combo, it's only about 12 damage, so it's not too bad. The point is like we still like live, right? Like, I mean, if he does that combo, then we'll be at 4 play points or 4 health left because of the 2 that we'll gain from Viridian Magna. Oh, and then we swing 2 directly with the Desert Pathfinder. I was late on that. So we're in there. Like we're definitely in the game. Like it's like I don't think anyone is like in a losing position here, really. But this is like it's a really good back and forth for sure. Mecha Gun Wielder comes out. Looks like we're gonna put another assembly droid in the EX. Again, you can barely see it, but next to the Mecha Gun Wielder, there's an assembly droid that is 3/3 that can hit face this turn. But he does need to address the Viridian Magna evolve. It's a 4/4 ward. He plays the Forbidden Art, which very easily does 4 damage to it. So we heal 2. We're up to 16 to Lewis's 17. And let's see what Lewis ends up doing here. He's going to Soul Conversion the Mecha Gun Wielder to draw 2 cards. And now he's going to trigger Mecha Gun Wielder's effect. He's going to discard, I believe, a Bone Drone. And then he draws a card again. So he's clearly digging for, you know, Alpha Drive, Mono, stuff like that. Yeah, look at him go. He's going really deep into the deck. He looks at a Forbidden Art and another Bone Drone with his Amulet. Probably going to take, I would assume, like, Bone Drone here. I mean, I don't know what else is in his hand, and I can't see well based on here, but, like, based on, like, the angle. But I would imagine, I mean, either one is good, right? Because, like, you know, Forbidden Art helps deal with, yeah, he adds Forbidden Art, so it's going to help deal with, like, a Miss Selena follow-up. But it's looking like my Pathfinders actually live, and so Lewis is going to hit me directly for 3 play points. This is round 2, by the way, of a tournament. I had another round right before this one where I recorded my gameplay again just because of convenience purposes, but the game was like super quick, so I didn't really want to upload it. But yeah, I mean, this one was a really, really, really good one, so I was excited to put this one out there for you guys. Yeah, again, look out for for a tier list video coming soon. I know we're like a little bit, you know, we're already pretty good way into the format, but you know, I really think this is, I mean, this has definitely been the most fun format of Shadowverse Evolve I've ever played. And there's a lot of decks right now, but I'm excited to talk about them also. Hopefully you guys agree with my opinions and appreciate the insight, but we'll see that come up pretty soon. So now I draw, and I'm on 8 play points, and this is the first turn I'm going to be able to drop the Machina. So I think what we end up doing here is actually activating the Aether to get a tree into the field into the EX. Pretty sure. I think I'm like really thinking like, should I just move a tree up or should I use the Aether? I think I just end up using the Aether, but shouldn't matter too much. You'll see that Lewis also has a Robo Goblin on his board along with an engaged 3/3 assembly droid. So we're going to use the Aether. We're going to get a tree up top and in the EX. And like I'm kind of planning out my turn, like, okay, if I drop the Machina, I can out the Robo Goblin that's standing, just because, I mean, it can evolve if it gets, you know, it can get buffed. Actually, no, I think we end up outing the no, I think we do out the Robo Goblin, but I feel like, yeah, maybe we should have just outed like the assembly droid, because if he does mono, the assembly droid can become larger. So we do play Machina, and we're going to copy, or we're going to add and activate the Princess Strike for 0. So yeah, which one do I hit? I would think probably the droid, but I kind of feel like I hit the Robo Goblin instead. Yeah, we do hit the Robo Goblin. Now I think we should have hit the droid there. Wow. Okay, so we're going to use Machina's effect to buff it by turning 2 trees sideways. It's going to become a 7/6. And so we're going to swing directly, putting Lewis down to 10, and then hit him with another 4. With both Pathfinders, puts him to 6 to our 15. So suddenly he is very, very, very much in the danger zone. You know, I think that we anticipated the mono, you know, the crazy mono buff board play to happen, but you know, we kind of set ourselves up pretty well for it. So I think that as long as you can anticipate those kind of plays, then you know, the matchup's not very difficult. These are 2 of the very, very, very best decks of the format, by the way. I think that, I mean, there are a couple others, but yeah, this is definitely a meta game right here for sure. And Lewis has been on Abyss for the longest time, so I'm happy for him that his favorite class got some major support. I think he's having a good time too. And he was talking about some techs that he's going to start testing out in this format after like this tournament. So maybe I'll get some like deck tech choices from some of my local players and upload like some shorts or something of them just saying like what the tech is and why they're playing it. So that way, you know, just something for you guys to test out. So Nicola comes down through Enea, I think is her name. So I think Nicola is going to just evolve and going to copy the Forbidden Art, or put Forbidden Art in the EX technically. I don't know why I always think it's a copy. I think it's like a Merlin or something. But he's going to take the Forbidden Art, put it into the EX, and then it'll cost 2 less to play this turn. That'll easily deal with the Machina here. And then he's going to be able to swing over one of the Desert Pathfinders, which means I'm only going to be left with 1 Pathfinder, which is honestly still not very good. Like, he's only at 6, so he's very, very much still in trouble, considering I have a Swift Tigress in the EX. But he does have 1 play point left, and at least by the end of this turn, he has 1 play point left, and he does have a repair mode, so he can repair mode to go up to 7, and all of a sudden, like, you know, Pathfinder and Tigress is not enough. But he's going to use the assembly droid, actually, the one that is getting hit by the sun itself, and swing over the Pathfinder, so it's a 3-1 now. So we just dropped Miscelina and just kind of swing for game. It's going to be 7, so even if you use the repair mode, it's not enough. So I hope you guys enjoyed it. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.